Really, I'm in love with this doubleheader. I'm going to go with Pirates-Tigers game 1 under 6. Detroit is dead last with a 42 WRC plus against lefties. We know that Tyler Anderson is good. He's been pitching very well this year. And I'm also buying in to the Michael Fulmer renaissance. I think that he's been absolutely incredible this year. He's been the only guy with an arm that throws the baseball for the Tigers that's looked relatively good this year, maybe except in Casey Mize. And Gregory Soto, shout out to you. He's got great hair and he's really good out of the bullpen. But Michael Fulmer has been pitching really well. And again, the Pirates, while they do have Colin Moran in that lineup, a lot of times the game 1, they're not going to play, and game 2, they will. I think that Michael Fulmer here faces a pretty bad lineup, and he's been a pretty good pitcher this year. I think the stars aligned for an under.
Gare Bear, bring us home, dude.
Yeah, there's a couple games I like in the afternoon slate, so go check out the DK playbook. I wrote those up. But if we want a bet for the late slate, Kenny mentioned this game already, briefly, Mets, Cubs. Generally, when we're talking about the Cubs, we're talking about how they can't hit, and they can't. They're dead last in batting average so far this season. The Mets are dead last in isolated power by a wide margin. So in theory, I understand why this game total is set at 7, but the more and more I look at it, the more and more insane it is. I mean, I had to double check this wasn't game 2 of a doubleheader. I had to double check that Jacob deGrom wasn't starting this game for the Mets. You've got Zach Davies going up against David Peterson, and the over-under is 7. Davies has allowed 13 earned runs in his 11.1 innings so far this season. Peterson has a 5.25 expected ERA. I know both these teams are bad, but they at least have the potential to be good. They have players who have been good in the past. It's going to be a dreary day in Chicago, but I think these two bad offenses can combine for 8 runs against 2 very bad pitchers.